in 71. And then I completed an industrial math course in April of 71 from the Lake Region College of Devil's Lake. And at the same time, I took a course from the Lake Region College in blueprint reading. We got our certificates on April 23rd of 1971. Then I completed a course in machinist with the Air University April of 27. Holly graduated from high school in 72. We got an observation beehive. I bargained with Eglon's up at Netta to have this hive. It is an observation hive that we had in the kitchen, hung on the wall with a tube going out so that the bees could go in and out and pick up their food for the hive. That is an interesting situation. It filled up so that there wasn't hardly room for the bees anymore. So they swarmed, and we lost half of them. And they survived the first winter, but the next winter then it got to be a problem that they got to be a nice spell during the winter, and they all went out on the snow and got too stiff to get back in again. 73, I completed a low-pressure boiler course from Continuing Education of Division of the State School of Science, and also one on small business management. And that is in December of 73. Holly got married June 4th of 73 to Michael Hansen at Cooperstown, North Dakota. My mother passed away January 26th of 1943, and Anthony Blaine, Patsy's boy, was born September 18th of 1973, and Kevin Edward was confirmed June 3rd of 1973. We started out with another observation hive in that summer, and we had it was a lot of well, we never did get any honey out of it, so the bees more or less fed themselves is all it amounted to. In 74, I was appointed squadron commander for the Cooperstown Civil Air Patrol. This was in March 4th of 1974. Sharon got married in Grand Forks June 14, 1974, to Joseph Belgard. Then May and I picked up the camper, and we went up to Camp Grafton, where I flew Civil Air Patrol cadets for orientation rides for about 4 or 5 days. That was an interesting situation where they'd go out for about an hour. We made sure that they got at least an hour ride, and they had full control of the airplane. I got up there about 2,000 feet, and then I turned the airplane loose to them, so they had a chance to see how the controls worked on the airplane. I got my first biannual flight review at Jamestown that summer, and Anthony Blaine was baptized October 11th, 1974, and Larry Dean was married to Dinelda Mary Flint at Tucson, Arizona, May 4th of 1974. We were down for the wedding. So, we had a situation again where we were monkeying with these bees. We had them in the basement, and I didn't pay too much attention to them. They were hauling their sap in, or nectar in. I finally got so much that they it got so heavy that the hive fell on the floor. And when May went down in the basement to check on the dryer or the washing machine or whatever she was going to use, the basement was full of bees. But that's the last time we ever monkeyed with it, because May got stung and we didn't want to monkey with it anymore. I had to take her down to Valley City that in the morning about 4 o'clock, something like that, because her arm ached and she was in a lot of misery. So we didn't. After that, we never monkeyed anymore with bees. And I was promoted to major in Civil Air Patrol of the 1st of April of 1975, and took a course in apprentice cook through the Air University on March 3rd, 1975. And again, we attended an encampment up there at Camp Grafton. 5 days of it, hauling cadets for this, what would you call it again now? The flight was orientation flight, they call it. And I took another course with the Air University as apprentice cook. And I had an operation December 12th, 1975 in Fargo. Dr. Howell was the surgeon. He took out about 14 inches of my lower intestine, which put me in pretty good shape again. Wade was confirmed May 4th of 1975. Wade was confirmed 4th of May of 1975. Then in 76 we got a letter from Norway addressed anyone named Skramstad on the 20th of May of 77. I see now, I got that, must be ahead of myself a little bit on that. Well, anyhow, it is addressed to anybody named Skramstad, Ramnes Post Office, Griggs County, 7 miles from Cooperstown, which was about the address of my grandparents' place at that time. Then we were up to Camp Grafton again, flying Civil Air Patrol cadets. It ended the 21st of July on 76. May would take the camper up there, drive with the camper, and I'd fly up with the airplane. It was quite an interesting stay. It took us about a week, something like that. So it was real interesting. Christine Sharon's girl was born in Valley City on February 14th, Valentine's Day of 76 on a Saturday. Holly's girl was born in San Diego on July 15th, 1976 on a Thursday. About the 20th of June, I drove over 2 fawns. I injured their back. I took them home. Excuse me. Well, we hatched around 95 turtles on Labor Day of 1981. And they were the same as before. We'd let them get some age to a week or 2 weeks, probably 10 days or 2 weeks before we'd take them to the river.